So first up for our general company introduction. Cino was founded in 1988, so we already have over 3 decades or over 35 years now of experience in the AIDC industry, and Cino has managed to become the largest barcode scanner manufacturer in Taiwan, with over 60 channel partners worldwide. So we have a lot of experience in fulfilling ODM demands for global brand names, but now we are mostly focused on our own brand. And we have almost 200 staff members in total, with operations in both Taiwan and China, but all of our R&D is done directly in our HQ in Taiwan. Our products are used in many different sectors and applications. So it goes from things like retail, hospitality, over logistics, warehousing, up to heavy industry manufacturing, industrial automation, and those things. And we also have some projects in healthcare, or also some public service or government applications. Okay, so here we have an overall overview of our product portfolio. So as you can see, we have handheld scanners, which range from ultra-rugged industrial scanners over to lightweight scanners for retail or hospitality applications, and everything in between. Then we have companion scanners or pocket scanners, which are part of our ultra-rugged scanner family and are very good for logistics and warehouse applications. Then both our handheld scanners and companion scanners also have healthcare solutions available, which have a special antimicrobial housing for hospital applications or other applications where hygiene is a big concern. Then both handheld scanners and companion scanners also have ultra-rugged solutions available, as I already mentioned, for industrial automation or warehousing applications. Then we have on-counter scanners or presentation scanners for mostly retail applications. Then we have several series of fixed mount scanners, which can be used in a lot of embedded or standalone applications in a variety of different sectors. And finally, we have our OEM products, which consist of our scan modules for mostly self-service applications or customer-facing applications, and our scan engines for all kinds of embedded applications.
Okay, so for today's video, I will be focusing on introducing to you our OEM product lineup as well as our fixed readers. And to start off, I want to give you a brief overview over our series of high-performance fixed mount scanners or fixed readers. And these are typically for general purpose, enterprise, or industrial applications. And for that, we have our 400 and 500 series. We also plan to release our industrial fixed readers, which will be our 600, 700, and 800 series. But since there is not much more information, I will not be focusing on that for today's video. To start off, our 400 series is our all-around scanning solution that is compact and robust for any kind of general purpose, enterprise, or industrial applications. Highly applicable for IVD in virtual diagnostics, factory automation like production line manufacturing, semiconductors, or like some wafer systems, and even for RVMs, which are known as reverse vending machines. Next up, we also have our 500 series, which is our embedded and standalone fixed reader. It's extremely durable and versatile, and the reason why this one stands apart from the 400 series is because it is built as a drop-in replacement to specific models that are offered from Honeywell, Zebra, and Datalogic due to its form factor. This essentially allows for easier integration when switching over to Cino products. To start off, our 2D fixed mount readers, we have the 400 series. All of our scanning solutions are categorized or differentiated based off of different performance tiers, with the highest being at Elite. Next, we have the Premium solution, and then lastly, we have the Deluxe solution. You will only see these different performance tiers categorized on our 2D scanning solution. So in this case, it would be for our 2D fixed mount readers. And in terms of the naming scheme, it is separated by the middle number here. So the Elite models will have the FA490 that separates it. Then for the Premium, we have the FA480. And then Deluxe, we have the FA470. So the middle number is what differentiates it based off the performance tier. To start off, I want to get into the features for the Elite model. The FA490 features a 1.3 megapixel global shutter image sensor capable of reading 120 frames per second. It even also offers the widest choice of configurations or models that will specifically provide its advantages based off the application that you're using it for. For most general purpose applications, we recommend to our users the SR model, which stands for standard range. Next up, we have the HD model, which is capable of reading any kind of high density barcodes. We also offer an even more advanced version of that called the DP model, which is essentially our low cost DPM solution capable of reading very high density barcodes. So you can think any kind of barcodes on rough surfaces or metal surfaces. This is the model that we recommend. And the DP model also has some exclusive features like an advanced DPM decoding algorithm that can help identify these barcodes easier and make it easier to read. And we designed it with a particular function called the iTune function that can allow for it to adjust its settings or configuration to read the barcode based off the environment that it's placed in. Next up, we have the UW model, which stands for ultra wide. And essentially it offers a ultra wide field of view. And later I will go on in more detail on why the UW has some different advantages based off of some different scenarios or applications. Lastly, we have the MR model, which stands for middle range. And you can think of it as kind of the choice in between the SR and the UW model. Essentially, because the UW allows for it to read at a very short distance, the MR allows for a longer reading distance, but also features the same high motion tolerance that the UW model offers. Next in the performance tier, we have our premium solution, which is the FA480 series. This one features a 1.0 megapixel global shutter image sensor, and you have 3 of the 5 choice models that were offered in the Elite performance tier, starting with SR, HD, and even has the UW model offered. Lastly, we have the FA470 Deluxe, and this essentially has a 0.8 megapixel global shutter image sensor and only offers the SR model. And we typically recommend or suggest this model for very large projects that are more price sensitive and there are not as high demanding requirements that they need. Next up, I want to transition to our 1D fixed readers, starting off with the FM490 series, our highest performing 1D fixed reader. This one features 800 scans per second high-speed scanning, which is 3 times higher motion tolerance than the FM480. And lastly, we have the FM480, which has 500 scans per second high-speed scanning. All of our fixed mount scanners for our 400 series are built with a compact and durable overmold construction that provides an IP54 water and dust resistant protection. It's capable of a wide working temperature range from -30 to 60 degrees Celsius for both indoor and outdoor applications. As you can see here, we also offer a side view model for any kind of space constraint applications. And the difference is that the scan window is placed here on the side, whereas our standard models is placed on the top. So depending on the circumstances or requirements, users have the freedom to choose which model suits them. We also offer the choice of a USB RS232, and Universal model. And the Universal model is equipped with external trigger and programmable digital I/O, and we offer short cable options as well. Next, I want to transition to our 500 series fixed readers. So everything about our 500 series in terms of performance is pretty much the same as our 400 series. The main difference is that the 500 series for our 2D fixed readers only offer the Elite and Premium solution, but shares the same performance technical features. These fixed readers are specifically built as a drop-in replacement for models from Zebra, Honeywell, Datalogic, and a couple other brands. Same goes for the 1D fixed readers for the 500 series. They also feature the same compact and durable design and wide working temperature range, and offers the same choice of models in terms of USB, RS232, and Universal. Here's a quick overview of our 2D fixed readers and its target competition. So on the side for like our 400 series, the FA490 and FA480, their target competition is up against like the Honeywell 3330G or 3320G, the Zebra MS457, and the Datalogic DSM-0422. And for our 500 series 2D fixed readers, they are specifically drop-in replacements for models like the Zebra MS4717, Honeywell CM5680, and Datalogic GFS 4500. And for reference of the drop-in replacement factor, essentially we designed our 500 series to share the same form factor. What this means is that the dimensions are very similar to the competitors' models. So in this example right here, it looks very similar to the Honeywell design that they offer. Very similar dimensions, which makes it very easy to integrate or switch out. And the mounting holes that we placed on the 500 series is in the same exact locations that Honeywell offers as well. So it's very easy for users or engineers to set up. Same goes for the Zebra and many other models as well from other brands. For our 1D fixed readers, here's a quick overview of some of the target competition for the 400 and 500 series. And I'm going to draw your attention over to our 500 series fixed reader, where it's specifically a drop-in replacement for models from Opticon, Loiza, SICK, and Chaos, and 6 model, the CLV602, shares very similar dimensions just as our 500 series, the FM590 here. So again, purpose-built for easy integration and essentially as a smooth plug-and-play solution. Like I mentioned earlier, we have the UW model, which offers the ultra-wide angle design. And here are a couple advantages that it offers. First, it has an enormous scanning field, 4 times larger than today's conventional scanner. And this allows for it to read large barcodes within a very short distance. Next, it offers very swift motion tolerance, which means that it can read barcodes at extremely high moving speeds, reaching a maximum speed of up to 900 centimeters per second. Lastly, it can read barcodes without any need for LED illumination, and even in low light condition. So barcodes that are shown on smartphone screens with very low brightness, even down to 30% brightness levels, are still able to be read with our UW models. So as you can see, there are multiple advantages that come with the ultra-wide angle design, which makes it highly ideal for applications like RVM, which are the reverse vending machines that I mentioned earlier, some POS terminal applications, some ticket vendors, or some different type of terminals such as like parking payment terminals. They're also commonly used in AGV, smart vending machines, as well as IVD equipment. And here are some reasons why. Starting off with an example with the reverse vending machine, most bottles or cans that are being recycled are placed in at high speeds, which makes the high motion tolerance a great advantage for reading these barcodes. And since most of these barcodes placed on these bottles and cans are placed in different directions, this means that it will need a very large scan angle in order to cover all of the different angles of which the barcodes are being placed. Because of the ultra-wide angle design, system designers or engineers are able to use less scanners, which can ultimately help save on costs. Next up, they're heavily considered in vitro diagnostics, or IVD. Most in vitro diagnostic machines place their fixed readers very close to the test tubes that are being read, which means the advantages of reading barcodes at a very close distance comes in handy. And most of these test tubes are moving at very high speeds, where the high motion tolerance design comes in handy. Lastly, they're highly considered for self-service kiosks and fare gateways. And essentially, the ultra-wide angle can provide the ability to read large barcodes from smartphones, like the QR codes, and even if the smartphone screens are with a low brightness. And this will ultimately provide even better eye comfort for the users. Lastly, we have a high motion tolerance advantage, specifically for fare gateway applications. So in any kind of environments that are moving at high speeds, our UW models are a great model to suggest. Next up, I want to transition over to our OEM products, which again consist of our all-in-one embedded scan module and our decoded out scan engines. To start off, I want to introduce you to our all-in-one embedded scan module, which is essentially built for self-service or customer-facing applications. We currently provide the IM600 series as our standard scan module, and very soon we will release the IM300 and 200 series, which is essentially our low-profile scan module. To start off, we have our IM680 all-in-one embedded scan module. This scan module is purpose-built to be a drop-in replacement for models from Zebra, like the MS47, and Honeywell, such as the CF4680. It is built with an effortless integration design that is EVA compliant to the European mounting standards. Just like I mentioned earlier, it also has the ultra-wide angle design and provides the same advantages like the large scanning field for contact reading, reading larger and low contrast barcodes on smartphone screens, even in low ambient light environments, and it also comes with soft illumination to ensure users' comfort that can be triggered either through the IR proximity, image proximity, or motion sensors. Our IM680 is easily adaptable to IP67 grade water and dust resistance protection at the front windows. And our standard model is also equipped with a scratch-resistant tempered glass scan window, meaning that it is less likely to be scratched. We call this our all-in-one solution because all the user-host interfaces, such as USB, RS-232, and UART, are included for that flexible connectivity. We also offer a model that can support 5 to 30 voltage inlet and digital I/O. And for any cases that require that extra durability, we also provide an IKOA impact resistant model, which makes it essentially vandal-proof and less likely to break. In the future, we plan to release features like RFID and an NFC reader for our scan module as well. As you can see on the bottom, there are multiple applications that it can be used for. Next up, we have the IM300 and IM200 integration module, which is essentially our compact, low-profile, all-in-one embedded scan module. It essentially has the same features as the IM680, except the design is much smaller so that it can fit in more space-constrained applications. Lastly, I want to introduce you to our decoded out OEM scan engines. First off, we have the SE6000 series, which is the standard that we recommend for most of our users. Next, we have our SE5000 series, which is our drop-in replacement scan engine. And lastly, we have our SE300 series, which is our 1D scan engine that we offer. To start off, we have our SE6000 series, which is our 2D scan engine. Just like the fixed readers, we have the different tiers that separate the different performances. However, in this case, there are only 4 different configurations available for the Elite model, which are SR, HD, MR, and UW. Otherwise than that, the performances share the same patterns, just like the fixed readers. Particularly for our scan engines, we have 3 different solutions based off our customers' needs. The standard one that we offer is our integrated solution, where as you can see, the decoder board, the hardware decoder board is placed on the bottom of the scan engine. Next, we have our slim solution, which is essentially where the decoder board is detached from the scan engine itself through a cable. This allows for an even smaller design, which can make it fit into even more space constraint applications. Lastly, we have our bracket solution, which is essentially what we call our all-in-one solution for our scan engines. This is due to the fact that it supports all 3 user host interfaces like RS-232, USB, and UART on the scan engine itself. So unlike most competitors, they only offer 1 interface per scan engine. With this solution, it has all 3 combined in one for that flexible connectivity. This is specifically a drop-in replacement model for Honeywell N56XX, N67XX, N36XX scan engines. All of our scan engines have a built-in decoder board, which means that there is no need for a software decoder. Minimize the overall engineering costs and efforts, providing an all-around cost-effective solution. It also has the wide working temperature range from -30 to +60 degrees Celsius, and we offer a choice of an LED or laser aimer. Next up, we have our SE5000 Series 2D scan engines, which is the drop-in replacement model that I mentioned earlier, specifically for the Honeywell N3680, N4680, and N5780, as well as the JDAC JE238. All of the 5000 series that we offer has the same performance tiers just like the 6000 series. The biggest difference is that the dimensions are very similar to the competitors' models, which allows for that easier integration experience. Lastly, we have our SE300 Series 1D scan engine. Starting off with the SE380, it features a 500 scans per second high-speed sensor with sharp aiming line, and it's capable of reading PDF 417 and GS1 composite code. In the future, we plan to release our SE390 1D scan engine, which will be capable of 800 scans per second and will have 3 times higher motion tolerance than the SE380. Most of the build quality is roughly the same with our 1D scan engine. However, the dimensions are slightly different, and the wide working temperature range is from -20 to +60 degrees as opposed to the -30 as mentioned for most of our products earlier. I hope the information I went over today was easy for you to better understand our fixed readers as well as our OEM products, such as our integrated scan modules and our decoded out scan engines. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us, and you're always welcome to check out our website for more details at www.cino.com.tw. Thank you for your time.